Hello, hello, hello. I am Dory. Sorry, you're getting a great sign. I forgot to turn off the air conditioning. All right. Thank you so much for joining today. Whoops. Trying to get that camera going again. Here we go. All right. I am Dory Joe with Prairie Scraps. I don't know what I'm doing today. It is July 3rd. Happy 4th of July. Thank you for joining me. I am going to be going live in the Crafty Bunch on Facebook very shortly here. So I am just getting ready. I thank you for joining me. Today is a Crafter's Choice Day, so that's what you will be seeing. Just gonna go ahead and get up early. Good morning. I am Dory Joe. Happy 4th of July. Yay. Get this adjusted a little bit. Getting in a little early this morning. Right now, Mama P, i.e. Cheryl, is just finishing up on her Crafter's Choice for the Crafty Bunch, and we are waiting to get put in the queue. I'm out of breath. That just made me nervous. So I thank you for coming. My name is Dory Joe, like I said, and we're just going to be waiting to get in here. Probably going to be doing my very last patriotic craft today. So see if we can find some brushes. Life is a little crazy today. I'm just going to start painting. Hey, Leslie, good to see you. Glad you're in. Make sure that you say hello when you come on in. We are going live in the Crafty Bunch in about 2 minutes here. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to start doing a base coat on my surface. I got this at a thrift sale for 50 cents. So that was pretty good. Hey, Jeannie. Good to see you. We're getting in here. Mama P was doing her craft journal today. It was pretty exciting. So we are going to get started. Hello, Leslie. Good to see you. Should be just a minute and we'll be up in the Crafty Bunch. If you don't get a chance to watch all of the other videos, there's 4 of us today, actually. Make sure you go back and watch the replays because that is exciting. I'm just doing a base coat, nothing exciting with some Waverly paint today. It's just I think it's white. Nothing fancy. I just knew that because this was a particle board shape of Idaho, I need to get something down just for a base coat because otherwise. Thank you, Jeannie. I appreciate that. So I am Dory Joe Stoll, and I am on YouTube and Facebook. Today we are in the Crafty Bunch, and it is Crafter's Choice. So I thought I would do I love to do Patriotic. Do you guys like to do Patriotic? Do you sell another this weekend? I had a craft sale yesterday and Saturday. Our town usually does a 3-day 4th of July celebrations called Border Days. Not sure where the Border Days came from, but it is based around a rodeo that is 2 blocks over. So if we hear any loud noises, I guess at 10 o'clock, I would think at 10 o'clock we'd actually hear stuff because they do all the qualifying for the rodeo. But I'm not hearing anything. They did already this morning at 9 a.m. They have all the street sports and an egg toss, the world's largest egg toss. Hey, Becky, good to see you. Right downtown, which is another 8 blocks the other way from my little camper here. So sometimes I get to hear all the going-ons in Grangeville, Idaho. It's kind of a big deal. So as part of that Border Days, we also, the downtown area, a couple of streets are closed off, and we have food vendors and different vendors. And then up at our beautiful park, we have art in the park, usually for 2 days of that as well. And I participated in that with my goods. So kind of a long story, but well, thank you for joining me. I'm glad you're here. I'm kind of new to the Crafty Bunch, actually. So I think this is only my second one for the Crafty Bunch. But Mama P was up before me, so if you didn't get a chance to see her, she had some great junk journals. I've been kind of scared to do junk journals, but Cheryl is starting to inspire me. I tell you that much. I'm doing the edges because sometimes I just don't care for the raw edges. I want the edges to look nice, and I'm afraid because this is, like I said, this is particle board. This isn't a great quality wood, but it is a thicker, it's about a 1/4 inch piece of wood that I found at a thrift store, either the thrift store or the thrift sale. I don't remember even. I think I had it for about a year, and I've been meaning to do something with it. I should have done it before my craft sale this weekend. But you know, I always have like this long list of things I need to get done before the craft shows. So we did okay. It was, you know, normally our 4th of July goes, like I said, over 4th of July, these border days, and Art in the Park is usually the 4th, but because the 4th lands on a Tuesday and a lot of people don't stick around for that, they decided to do it Saturday and Sunday instead. And I'm not sure about that decision, to be honest. I wouldn't agree with this decision. I would have actually preferred to be doing the craft show today and yesterday, because I think those will be the biggest days. It's hard to know because we have 3 days of parades. We have 3 days of street sports where they do running, all ages running. My little grandbaby ran in the foot races yesterday for the first time, 2 years old. If you're friends with me on Facebook, Story Joe Stole, make sure you friend me because I posted, oh, maybe actually I did it on my page. Go back and look at my reels. I posted a video of her running. She's so darling, little pigtail on top and all dressed up for the 4th. We all dress up for like 3 days for the 4th, for border days. So you go to everything. Everybody's wearing all their gear. So I kind of just, I have shirts that I just wear for, I'm wearing it today for y'all. Yes, I do sell other than this. I actually am, I do have a link. I think I attached my link. I do sell chalk couture. So, and then feel free if you ever see me do something that you like and want that, let me know. I do some Christmas craft shows of my stuff, but mostly, you know, craft supplies. That's what I offer. So, and of course, lots and lots of DIY videos. So all of your, there we go. I'm kind of a messy painter. I'm definitely full of paint already. Thankfully, I'm not even unpacked. My truck is full of all my stuff from yesterday. Oops, I just made a bigger mess. And I didn't even have the baby wipes because I had thrown them in there because, you know, you never know when you need them. So anyway, I, just as the kids came home from the street sports, yes, absolutely. Let's message later and I will get with you. Okay. Thank you. I like to do ink t-shirts, and actually I go every Tuesday live and do some t-shirts. The t-shirts were pretty exciting. This week, this was the first show I've ever done where I actually had t-shirts for sale. So I was a little nervous. It's hard to figure out like what sizes everybody wants. So anyway, I don't make this one. This was one I purchased. I have yet to make, so we've got that just painted white. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about backs of things. And I don't have a Crafty Bunch t-shirt yet. Oh, make sure you stay tuned because there's 2 more people up yet. Christy Sloan is going to be up for Artful Adventures. So make sure you go and follow her and watch her up in the Crafty Bunch next. And then Michelle is going to be up after that. And Michelle always has some fun creative ideas to watch too. So I'm excited to see those 2. I think I have all the girls. I have 2 girls still at home. I have 5 kids. 3 of them are off adulting now. One has 2 grandbabies that came for the 4th of July celebration. So that was fun yesterday. We spent the day with them. And I don't want this stark white, but I just figured this white Waverly paint would just make a nice base coat. I'm going to see how hot we can get here in the Airstream. I'm crafting. I have a little craft camper. It's an Airstream 1953 Airstream. And see how hot we can get today. Kind of fun. It's fun, but it is hot. It's like a tin can, so it's radiating heat right now. It's 10:30 in the morning here, 10:37. Hey, Karen, good to see you. Glad you joined us. Still a little wet over here. I don't know what's going on. All right. I actually am going to do a base coat of some paste in Dune. And I love this color because it is kind of like an almond-ish color. It's getting a little at the end of its journey here, so it is a little bit more dry. I did spray some water on it. It's water soluble, so you can just put water in if it gets a little too dry. And I did do that, but to paint it, I'm also going to water it down quite a bit. So I like to water down paints and pastes. It doesn't matter, just because it just makes it go on smoother without so many streaks. And I got this first coat pretty streaky. I also like to work with a wet brush. It's just a personal preference. You don't have to. It's not right or wrong. But for me, I'd rather put a couple of coats on than and I might have gone too thin here. So we'll just keep working with it till it's the right consistency. I just don't like to have streaks. I do try to do as few coats as possible. Hey, Marcia, good to see you. Welcome to the Crafty bunch today and watching some crafting on 4th of July. To me, it's the 4th of July weekend. My husband's actually off. Usually it doesn't matter what's going on border days. His shop is always open. 4th of July, they get off. But if it's, border days is 3 days. We have a 3-day celebration for the rodeo here in town. We went to the rodeo last night, and I'm feeling like that hangover from the rodeo, not from drinking at all. I don't do that, but just that it's tiring. It's a long sit. They had all the barrel racing, and they had, I don't know, the roping. They have a really fun, like they do teams and have to rope a wild bronco and get it saddled up and ride it across the line. And so that's always kind of a fun activity they have at the rodeo. We watched that, and we have a local drill team that rides horses to music. So that's pretty exciting. We live about 2 blocks from the rodeo ground, so it's for about the month before, every morning the drill team is up at the rodeo grounds practicing, as well as a lot of the different riders and stuff. They come out and practice all for the couple months before. Oh, I can hook you up. Just message me, Leslie. I do sell Chalk Couture, and so that's one of theirs. And actually, mine has a very short cord on it. It's a 3-foot cord, and they've recently lengthened it, so it's now a 6-foot cord, which is amazing. But I'm still working with what I got because it works so good. I've had it for a long time, as evidenced by all the paint all over it. Good morning, Susan. Good to see you. We are crafting in the Crafty bunch today. It is a crafter's choice, so I decided to do this one patriotic craft I haven't done yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. I had a craft show for the last 2 days, so it just didn't take priority. I don't know why. I don't know why, but maybe because 4th of July is already here, and everybody's wearing, they're kind of done with it by the time we get to border days. But and 4th of July, but I don't sell a lot of patriotic stuff. I have a full-on. I love patriotic stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love making it. I love decorating with it. But for some reason, it just does not sell at the sale. And then from here, I pretty much only do. Oh, I dripped water from the edges. I should have maybe done the edges first. It's going to be one of those days. So anyway, I always bring patriotic stuff to this show, and I just don't sell a whole lot of it. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. So again, I have this really beautiful like crate flag I made, and it just doesn't sell. I don't know why. I maybe should have let this dry a little bit before I'm making a mess. Now I don't know where my husband went. So I know that one of my girls is working. We have a long dog booth, which is for the high school kids, all the teams and all the clubs and everything. They can go sell hot dogs during this event. It's down there. So they go and they work their shifts at the hot dog stand. It's called Long Dogs because our local team is the Bulldogs. So we have a long dog stand. They do the foot long hot dogs, I guess, or the large size hot dogs, whatever. So it's kind of a thing. And then they got the Lions burgers. Lions Club has burgers. I don't know. This is kind of streaky and I goobered and made it. I'm gonna give it a dry and then do another quick coat. So anyway, that's the excitement for the week. Everything is just going. So my husband's off today. The girls are working in the long dog stand, I think, for the soccer team today. I'm pretty sure it's the soccer team. No, maybe they're working the Lions burgers. I'm not sure. All the high schoolers get their work in this week because this is their fundraisers, their major fundraisers. We have like usually in the egg toss, we have an giant egg toss down Main Street every morning after the foot races. And they use usually up to 3,000 eggs. That's how many people come. So it would be twice that. So like, I don't know, 5,000 to 6,000 people come in town we are only 3,600 people that live here. But everybody comes, whoever lived here, comes back for quarter days, kind of a thing. We've been here for 12 years. And I've always, because we didn't know anybody at first, we're like, we're doing everything. We're doing it all. So tonight is the rodeo again. And they've actually got live music after the rodeo each night then too. So, and the live music in town has been going till about 2:00 in the morning. I'm seeing grumblings. Seeing grumblings from neighbors for sure about how late it's been lately. I don't know. They had a lot of riders in the rodeo. The first night, the rodeo went from 6 to 11 o'clock. That's how long it went. They had like 200 riders in it. Just crazy. Hey, Stevie. How are you faring in the Border Days celebrations? I am crafting over in the crafting bunch today. Kind of excited. I can't wait till my t-shirt comes so I look official because I'm pretty new to the crafting bunch, but I'm very excited to be there. All right. I think I'm going to leave this. We are doing Idaho Patriotic today. I'm going to leave this. Sometimes let good things walk away. It's a little streaky, a little streakier than I would prefer, but it's all right. Gotta go to the parade today at 2:00. It is the full-on long parade. Yesterday, I think the parade lasted about a little over an hour. Yeah, we went to it's family night tonight, by the way, if you wanted to go to the rodeo. We went last night because we realized that Lydia's working at the grocery store tonight, so she can't go. And tonight's the last night of the rodeo, I think. No rodeo on the 4th. There's only a parade, so I think it'll be. I kind of wish they had pushed up the parade to morning instead of 2:00 in the afternoon. I have a feeling there won't be many people at the parade. And now I don't have grandbabies to catch candy for me. It's nice to have kids at the parade so you can get candy, right? All right. We are going to make this patriotic. This is going to be the transfer that I use, this is an older transfer, and I do have one. So if somebody wants it, I'm willing to ship it out to you. It will cost some shipping because it's a large transfer, but I love this transfer. It was my favorite transfer when it released. It is. See if I can balance that there. I was going to get the name of it for you. It is called Stars and Stripes Forever. It's got some great extra pieces to it, but I love this flag. I keep making these flags. I have one up in my mantle because I love it so much. So I'm going to start off, because the Idaho is not like fit perfectly, part of it, you know, I would love to do it this way, but that puts the stars off of the Idaho. Oh, we need to get this out of here. Just got some water on there. So that would put the stars off of our Idaho altogether if I put it that way. So we're going to do a little fix job, I think. And I was thinking about doing just the blue up here like this and just picking a spot and going with it. I think I'm not excellent at I'm putting the stars just above where I live. I'm from Idaho, Leslie, actually. Hence why we're doing Idaho today. And I'm going to use, I love this Shimmer Moonlight. It's got gold flecks in it. I don't know if you can actually see that, but if I move it a little, sometimes you can, but it's beautiful, just pretty little gold flecks in it. So that's what I'm going to use to put on here today. And oh, good. We've got, sometimes I was wondering if my squeegees got back in here. It can be hairy a little bit. So I'm going to work my way out on the top portion here and just squeegee it on here quickly because we don't want it to dry in the transfer. And the color I normally have used on this flag has been colonial blue. So this is the first time I've done this particular flag with this deeper moonlight shimmer. I love this though. It is such a fun transfer. And then I'm going to turn this, and it's not going to be like, you know, correct for a flag. So I apologize for that. I hope you aren't offended. But I just want it to look patriotic because we are very patriotic here in Idaho for sure. All right, let's see how that worked out. Ooh, that dune looks gorgeous. All right, easy peasy, right? Let me show you that. Isn't that beautiful? It's got just a little bit of shimmer in it, so I'll move it around a little bit so you can kind of see the glittery. I'm not a glitter person. I like the effects of glitter, but I do not do well with glitter in my possession. It makes a big mess, and I'm not about messes. So we're going to dry this again, too. I'm sorry for all the drying today, but I'll try to angle it again for you. And with the drying here, too, it might... I did get a little, like, kind of smudged it off on the corner here, and that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and probably take a sanding block to the edges to kind of make it look a little more worn. So does that help? I don't know if that makes it. I could see it on the one camera. There. I think that shows it. So you can see that shimmer to it. All right. Now, oh, that is still kind of wet. Still getting over a cold. It's been a week and a half. I don't feel horrible. I just kind of have a runny nose and sound worse than I am. Let's put it that way. It's no fun having a cold during the summer. I'm just saying. I don't mind staying in with a cold. I mean, if nobody wants a cold anytime, really. But I don't mind staying in with a cold in the winter. I'm an indoor person, so that's okay with me. All right, we're going to try this part. And normally when I've done the big sign, I'm just lining up the edge of this to be kind of a mask. If I didn't have that edge on there, I would go ahead and use like a tape on it. you know, masking tape or whatever, painter's tape or whatever you can use. All right. And normally I've done like red, what Dune, actually. I like Dune and then red Dune, you know, to make it correct. But this time, hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. You're inspiring me to do your junk journals. I've been thinking about it. I used to be a scrapbooker, so and now I'm, you know, very much into I'm always been into crafting, but anyway, the junk journals kind of scare me, but you make them look so easy. Oh, yes, allergies too. That compounds the whole thing, doesn't it? All right, this is also a shimmer. It's shimmer crimson. So it's got a little bit of a shimmer in there. You can kind of see it. This is made to do and I'm just going to do the whole thing because remember we put Dune down underneath. Hello. Hello, Christy. You are up next. Be sure to stay tuned. We have 2 more crafters today on July 3rd. And Christy is up next in Artful Adventures. So I'm excited to see what she's got for us today. Doesn't have to be, it could be crafter's choice, so we never know what she's going to be up to. I know there's no rules. See, that's the problem. I like to live by rules. That's my issue with junk journaling, but I need to try. I need to give it a try. I'm contemplating. I certainly have enough like scrapbooking, card making type things around. I should just gather it up, but you know, that might mean I have to clean out a closet or two. And we don't want to do that. But I'm excited to get this thing done because this has been in my crafting closet for a while. And I don't know. Maybe I need some ideas. It doesn't have a hanger on it, so we got to figure that out. And I don't even think I have my glue gun went to the show, so my good glue gun. It ran out of battery. It wasn't, you know, this never happens until you're like it works at home, but when you want to try to travel with your glue gun, have glue gun will travel. It's a battery operated one, so it wasn't going to work for me. Wasn't working for me. Ooh, that got a little crooked. Ooh, that one's actually sticking. I was wondering because I have done, oops, we got a little smearing going on in the middle here. I had a little air bubble in there, but so far so good. So I'll set this aside. This just washes out with water and you can use this over and over and over and over again, this is probably my best investment, this American flag. Because like I said, I love to do that American flag. I'm going to show you that. Try not to make a mess. I am a mess. I am a mess today. I'm always a mess. Let's get real. It's crafting. You're supposed to be messy, right? Okay, let me pick it up first. It is set, and I did do a little smudge, so we're going to do a little fixing. I'll show you how to fix. It's crafting. It's all good. Hey, Dana, good to see you. Isn't that cute? I think it's cute. And you may not see it really a huge amount, but there's a little bit of sparkle in all of it. I think it's really cute. It's not a, you know, traditional, so to speak, flag because, you know, it would be, the blue is on the other side. So it's kind of a backwards, oops, I may have made a mess here. Shoot. Okay, so I missed a step. See what happens when I get talking about the rodeo? I should have done wax before I started doing I just got excited. I was so excited to do this flag. So, and I may actually grab this again and try to lay it down a little bit and fix it. So, because I wiped it out in the center. I don't know if you can see that. When I used the water on it, it reactivated my Dune a little bit. So we're gonna do some fixing today. It's my life. It's always funny when people like who say they aren't crafters, like their biggest fear or their biggest problem with crafting is that they are afraid to make mistakes, right? But I think that's what crafting is all about. is that you just make some happy mistakes and fix them. Or figure out, the creative part of it is that you try to figure out how to, what you can do to make it better. Oh goodness. Where is everything? I got a little bit up here. I'm just gonna use a squeegee because it's still wet, and just one of our tools, and just kind of push it back in. Oops. This top part is actually, because it's a shimmer, it's actually kind of easy to remove, to be honest. It's a little more, I don't know what you would say, chunky. I guess you would say. All right, what are we going to do first? Ooh, make a mess. That's what we're going to do. I think this is still pretty wet, so we're going to leave that alone for the moment. And I'm going to take some of the blue, and I don't know if you saw this. I'll hold it up again so you can see it. But can you see, like, I have a little, like, sliver line between the two, and I don't like that. It makes it look crooked. So I'm going to take a little paintbrush in the original Midnight paste, and I do like to get it wet just so it's real specific. And then I'm going to just go ahead and try to paint it in. I'm not a great painter. That's why I love using chalk guitar so much, because I am not a good painter whatsoever. In fact, I hesitate to say I'm like creative. I know I am in a sense, but it's really hard to like admit that, because I feel like I just take other people's ideas and and rob them maybe a little bit of their ideas. Just watching my time, making sure we're staying in the time limit here. The Crafty bunch. We still have 15 more minutes, so plenty of time. And then as long as I'm here, I'm going to just go, and using a paintbrush here, I'm going to go ahead and fill in this little area where I kind of smudged it on the edge too. It doesn't have to be perfect, because like I said, we can always go back with a sanding block on the edges and kind of rub it up a little bit. And then I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking that I might have to put this like onto a frame in order to showcase it, because it doesn't have a hanger. And I think if you put a hanger on the skinny part, it's not going to hang up quite right. It's just not going to work. Get the brush clean because I want to use this. I don't know what happens to my brushes sometimes. I don't have anything really thin, I guess. I always think I have it, but it's actually in my kids' art supplies. We do art class sometimes. I homeschool. I have 5 kids, and my oldest one is going to get married this fall. My second oldest daughter has 2 babies, and she and her husband they all live close. My third child is in college, so he's off working for the summer. I miss him dearly. This was his first year of college. He's going for music, so I'm actually a music therapist. I just, since I've had kids, I've primarily been taking care of the kids, but I also craft a ton for therapy. 5 kids, you need therapy. This is cheaper than therapy, maybe, depending on how many trips to the craft store or to my website I do. Right? Craft supplies. Hello, Carol. Good to see you. Where are you watching from? If any of you are doing anything fun for the 4th, I would love to hear it. We went visiting family in Wisconsin. 1 year for and almost couldn't bear it. Oh, Michigan. Yes, I'm from the Midwest originally. My husband and I both are from Wisconsin, and we went back to visit over the 4th 1 year and thought it was boring after doing the rodeo so much. Okay, do you think I can get this lined up? That's the question. And the place where it went under, I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off because I'm going to see if I can get that to stick back down again. And I don't want it to bubble up. I want to try to fix this where it kind of had some bubbles. Let's see if I can find it. Lots of words here to line up. This is a great thing about it, is that you can totally, this particular, this flag is meant to look a little bit grungy, I guess you would say. It's not perfectly lettered with, it's got like marks out of it, but I kind of made a little bit of a mess here in the middle. So we're going to fix that. Hi, Susan from Indiana, also in the Midwest. My brother went to, is it Ball State that's in Indiana? I think so. He went to Ball State University. So I've been there. He's in Ohio now. I guess we've got this. I was like thinking everything else was kind of off a shift. So I'm just doing this little area here. I'm going to pull it back, take a look, see if we did it. Hope we did. Yep, we sure did. Sure did. And then over here, it looks like we just didn't do a very good job. So I'm going to try laying this one down again too. These are totally reusable. So that's the cool thing about it, is you can if you were worried about laying it back down and making a mess of things, you could also just go ahead and, well, that one just is going to be kind of a grungy look to it. There's nothing else I can do. I tried. All right. I was enamored by the Idaho because, of course, I live in Idaho. Oh, yes, Ball State, yeah. Oh, the rodeo is so fun. You'll have to go friend me because I did some of the rodeo last night, the bull riders. Well, the one thing that I have a very different, well, I don't like to see anybody hurt. But I think the one thing, it is a little dark in the middle, and I may, when it dries, I think it should be okay. But it definitely fixed it totally. Over here, this was kind of a grungy look in the transfer, so it's supposed to look like that. So the rodeo is a lot of fun. It's like 2 blocks from our house here, so it's kind of it's really exciting. Horse trailers everywhere. There's horses all over town. You have to watch where you walk because horses make a mess. Oh, we're gonna dry this. Texas, very good. Very good. Christy, I'm glad. I just went to Texas in January for our leadership. I went to San Antonio. Beautiful, beautiful. I would love to get back. In fact, I was quite surprised. I'd been across Texas, across the top part. We drove to Arizona one Christmas as a family, and I took my grandparents. This got kind of, I don't know, it was just like I'm going to grunge this up for sure. But first, we want to make sure it's dry, because otherwise, when you try to use a sandblock. Thank you. I love advice. I don't know what to do. Like I said, it might just be like a leaner. And I think it's, yeah, we just kind of went across the top tip, and it was like, all I remember is, because I was pretty young, I was in college, so, that was like yesterday. Haha. Wink, wink. But then when I went to San Antonio, I got to stay for a few days, and I got to go see my cousins live in Texas, so I got to see them, which I was really excited about. All right, let's see if we can find a sanding block. That would be, might have to grab a new one just because I always buy these sanding blocks at Dollar Tree because they're $1. Our Dollar Tree actually says it's still $1, but I think they charge me $1.25. I don't know, it was just pretty barren where I was at, and then the first time, but it was gorgeous in San Antonio. You don't really think of Texas as having a lot of water, but I'm finding out that it actually does. We are in the mountains of Idaho, so it's very different. All right, I'm going to do kind of just scrunch up the edges. And oops, I put my wet finger on the paste there. I'm going to soften up the edges this way, the sanding block. I put down a board just so that I catch it. Doing edges like this is nice with a sanding block just because then you don't have it. Sometimes my little hand sander, it's called a mouse sander, I guess. I got it for Christmas. I like to sand things with it. It's kind of fun. But it can get a little heavy-handed. It goes too fast, maybe. Not as much control as doing it by hand. And my husband says I shouldn't do it here in the camper. Even though it has a little catcher, he says it's too much in the camper. Anyway, I'm listening to him. We'll see. But I love that Dollar Tree. Every time I go to Dollar Tree, I check to see if they have any in, because they seem to kind of, everybody else is on to my secret stash. We have a little Dollar Tree here in town. It's also a Family Dollar, so it's we have like 36. I'm just softening up this area in the middle. I don't know why, but it seems like it sort of dumped. I guess I should have mixed it up before I started, but sort of dumped a darker area here in the center. And it's not because I fixed it at all. It's just, I think it just had more sparkle there. So I'm just going to soften it up a little so it doesn't look so obvious. We don't want people looking at our mistakes so hard. I don't know. I like it. I think it's pretty. Love, love, love it. We could do, I have like 6 more minutes, I guess. And then I'm going to be turning it over to Christy Sloan over at My Artful Adventure. She's right there from Texas. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're making today. It's my last Patriotic. What do you think? Should I do another one? This was kind of exciting, right? I bet I got another quick craft here. I saw that I hadn't used one of my oh my goodness, I haven't used a lot of things. Kind of have my pile over here of transfers to use, and there it is. I had another one. I actually I'm going to set this aside too. We don't want to get sandpaper all over the camper. One of the nice things about doing, wondered if this fit. It sure does. I have these. I was finding things when I was cleaning out and getting things out to the sale. So that was pretty exciting. Oh, I thought I had found some little hangers that I've got a little, let's see. I think this will fit. This is a transfer. I think it actually might, today will be amazing and freedom. That were made and designed to go in our, I might be lying. I might use this. We have a drop frame where it has all different things in it, and I've lost my drop frame. It just seems like it's impossible. I took it to my daughter for her to see, and it never came back. I know it went into the car, but who knows? So we might do the back side here of my board and base. This is a cute little board and base. This is a reusable surface, so I know I can put it on there. And hi, Neil. Good to see you. Here, love knows no end. So anyway, I thought I haven't done this one yet, and I was like, shame on me for not doing. It's like the getting the last end amount of all the 4th of July things. Like, we can't skip 4th of July, right? I have to use them all. But I think this came out and I was going to use it. I don't know. My drop frame has been missing, so I'm going to just make another porch or a sitter. I just love to do 4th of July, though. Oops. And I can't cut today to save my life. Apparently. There it is. Ooh, that was hard work. Since this is the first time that I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and fuzz this transfer so it doesn't stick too hard. And this is a slippery transfer. This particular transfer is reusable transfer. Surface. I love to use, get it right, which is the right side up. Okay. Not that, man. Oh, I was thinking the blue goes at the top because I did blue at the top over here, right? Too funny. The blue on this one goes at the bottom. So I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to put it towards the top because it does sit down into that base. Trying to get in the middle here. There we go. Get stuck down. We're just going to use the same colors because I love these colors. Let's see if I can find my squeegee. All right. Maybe I'll do that freedom part in gold. We'll see. Do I have gold out here? I think I put it away. I'm going to do it blue. I feel like it might take me. So in about 2 minutes, we're going to be going over to the Crafty Bunch. Make sure you follow up. It's going to be Christy up next with my Artful Adventures. So watch her next. And I'm just going to peel this back a little bit. Look at how nice that is. Is that fun? Freedom. It's upside down, I know. All right. And then I'll get our red on here, and then we will be done. Make sure that you stay with the Crafty Bunch. If you didn't catch everything the first time, oops, I grabbed the wrong one. If you didn't catch everything the first time, go back and watch the replays and let me know if you got a chance to watch the replay. Watch all of our last ditch effort towards the patriotic, right? Just want to get a little bit more patriotic up because nobody can have too much. That's what I think. It's never too much. Do you guys decorate for the 4th holiday? I like to decorate way back in May for Memorial Day and then just keep it up. I think that's a good plan. I'm about decor that's easy, quick and easy. So here we go, quick and easy. This will be a fun one. This would be a cute one if you have a desk that you have to work at. You can keep it decorated. All right, we'll see this one. So easy peasy. Isn't that cute? That one turned out perfectly. I couldn't have asked for better. So there it is. Our 2 activities, and go on over to the Crafty Bunch. Thank you so much for joining me. Those are my 2 activities we did, or crafts we did today. All right. Have a great day. Happy 4th of July. Happy birthday to America, right? Oh, I'll message you, Leslie, okay? I'm Dory Jo Stowell. Absolutely. Good. Thanks for joining me, ladies and gentlemen.